problem is millions of cars on the road with underinflated tires, using millions of gallons of a precious resource. You ask yourself, what can we do to help alleviate this problem? Well, one thing that we can do is to start switching our tires to nitrogen, which will give us a much stabler inflation. It leaks out a lot slower than oxygen, and will give us better handling and improve our fuel economy on today's cars, especially with these high gas prices that we are paying today. So please, let's listen and see what we can offer you with the Diagtronics blueGas nitrogen filling station. So everyone's asking themselves, why should we put nitrogen in our tires? Well, regular air is 21% oxygen, 78% nitrogen. There's some fair amount of moisture and a trace amount of some other gases. And due to the pressure differential inside the tire and outside atmosphere, the oxygen in the tire is able to leak out through the rubber, resulting in underinflation. Nitrogen is a much larger molecule and will take 3 to 4 times longer to make it through the tire. Now, when your tires are properly inflated with nitrogen, you will be getting better gas mileage, especially with the prices the way they are today. Your safety and reliability is going to be vastly improved. You're no longer going to be corroding the tire pressure sensors because you will not have moisture in the tire. And the number of real and false alarms from the tire pressure monitoring systems is going to be drastically reduced with the use of nitrogen in your tires. So you're asking yourself, why should I buy the blueGas nitrogen generator for my shop? Well, the blueGas nitrogen generator from Diagtronics is more than just a nitrogen generator. It also has a built-in integral vacuum to help remove the air and moisture from the tire, which is the primary killer of the tire pressure monitoring system sensors. The blueGas nitrogen generator is of a simple, efficient design to make it easy for your shop to utilize. We have a twin tower design with a built-in automatic shutoff, providing up to 99% purity, built-in vacuum, and we have several models so that you can get the right model for your shop. The NG12 for motorcycles and bicycles, the NG18 for cars and light trucks, and the NG58 for heavy-duty applications. Here at the front of the Diagtronics blueGas nitrogen generator, we have the nitrogen purity indicator, the inlet air pressure indicators, the outlet air pressure indicator, a simple on-off switch, and a simple vacuum switch. Here at the back of the machine, you can see that we have the simple twin tower design with your storage tank. We have the automatic shutoff valve, and as you can see, there's not very many parts in here that are moving that can go wrong. Now let's take a look at the sides. On this side behind this cabinet here, you have the pressure regulator with the oil and water filters that you will need to change these filters periodically during normal use. So let's go ahead and move on to the other side. As you can see, this is the side that has your hose connections. The lower hose is your air inlet hose. The middle hose is the vacuum hose for removing the air and moisture from the tire. And the top hose is your nitrogen pressure hose with the built-in pressure regulator so that you no longer have to swap back and forth when you're filling the tires. So now that we've shown you the features, let's go ahead and we'll show you how to properly inflate a tire. Now the first step that you must take when you are filling your tire with nitrogen in order to ensure that you are getting a proper fill is you must remove all of the old air and moisture from the tire by removing the valve core from the valve stem, and then we will be showing you how to vacuum out that air and moisture that's residual here in a moment. Now then, once the air and moisture has been released from the tire, you go ahead and you reinstall the valve stem into the valve core, and then we're going to vacuum out the tire to ensure that we get out all of that old air and moisture from the tire. When you hook up the vacuum line, please make sure that it has properly secured onto the valve stem so that you have a good tight fit. Now then, you're going to vacuum the tire for about 20 seconds for the average size tire. You do not want to let the tire or the rubber start to crinkle up. You should only go until you just feel the tire start to suck in. Now that once you have done the vacuuming, we're going to fill the tire with nitrogen. And remember, this is up to 99% pure. Make sure that you have the line properly secured to the valve stem. And then you fill it with the pure nitrogen that is being supplied by the blueGas nitrogen generator until you have achieved the recommended tire pressure as recommended by the vehicle manufacturer, so that you will make sure that the tire wears out in the proper time frames. So once the tire has been properly filled, you're going to notice a lot of benefits, including better gas mileage, better handling. You may even have a quieter tire when you're driving down the road. Now, as you can see here, as we have just now about hit the required 30 pounds on this particular tire for the proper inflation. So when you purchase the blueGas nitrogen generator, we provide you with more than just the equipment. We're also going to provide you with some promotional materials such as the consumer education brochure, some consumer education posters to hang on your wall, and we'll even go ahead and get you started out with a supply of green valve stem caps designating that the tire has been filled with nitrogen. Now some numbers. Let's say that the machine costs about $4,000 and that you're charging about $20 per service. So this would mean that you would be getting a monthly net profit of just over $1,000. Your time for your return on the investment will be just over 3.5 months, and your first year net profit will be just about $8,500 with a second year profit of over $12,000.